What up? What's good? Welcome back to the Daily Show. I'm ACS. You already know that shit. You're fucking here. You're here. It's Tuesday. It's the 2nd of May. And yeah, man. Daily Show time. Got some couple things I saw today. A lot of Dune stuff. But the thing is, when I started doing the show, it was sort of it's just gonna be me talking to the camera and stuff. So more than likely there wouldn't be guests on here. But something in particular happened this past weekend. I talked about it yesterday. We know what it was, and I had the idea of sort of bringing on some of the people who got to experience Full Circle like in person. And I reached out to a couple people, and I got some good responses back. So we should have a few guests. But to start the show off, I'm gonna bring on the most important one. The most important person that I know that went to Full Circle, in my personal opinion, is the homie Joey.
Stop.
Most important. Hey, seriously, let me put the names up. I forgot about that. I always take the name thing down because I don't, you know who I am, and I'll never have no guests on here. So, But what's good, man?
Feeling good. Feeling good. Yeah, I finally slept in my own bed for the first time in like a week. So.
Yeah, we're good. We'll get to that. I wanted to catch that. We know what you guys just the daily things that happened while y'all were there, and how it was to meet certain people in person. We'll talk about that in a little bit, man. But let's see who's up in the house. Prima's in the house. What's good? What's good? Cosa Nostra. What up? All is good, man. All is good. As you know, it always takes me a second to get my stuff started. Let me get my banner up, and. Yeah, I'm gonna go, man. I'm loving going with the Cruel Summer for the stuff I saw today, man. Background music, so I'm gonna do it again. Oh, you just think I'm playing? Fuck. All right, there we go. We jamming now. All right, so you guys know how I start the show off every time. Stuff I saw today. Saw a lot today actually, and the Dune stuff. That's the bulk of it. Like that's the stuff I saw this morning, and I. Was fumbling over myself trying to email myself the Twitter post so I won't forget to pull them up. But stuff I saw today, man. Let's go. I saw this. Bam! Somebody said, "Which suit is your fave?" Now, obviously, you know these two. Let me make this bigger. Gonna work or what we doing? All right, here we go. There we go. Obviously, You see this right here. You got the Zack Snyder's Justice League and Flash suit. You got the Nightmare suit, and this suit actually doesn't look that bad in animated form, bro.
Yeah,
it looks a lot cooler than the live action. I got to go with this. If I'm picking a favorite, man, I got to go with this one. It was especially when I rewatched it. I was paying a lot of attention to his suit for some reason this time. When I rewatched it Sunday, sort of at the same time you guys were watching it, and there were certain scenes where I looked, I was like, man, they put that shit together well. Put it together well. Like the stuff that I didn't notice when I saw it, man. Yeah. What would your favorite be?
I'd probably go with the original, but the Nightmare one is I don't know, man. It's pretty dope. Like it is. It's darker. It's
and
because thinking back to 2016 when we saw this for the first time, it's just we didn't know all the intricate details of it and what the purpose of it was. But then we got to see a closer look at the what was it, the Dallas? They had everything on display in Dallas and the up close shots and stuff. I think it's cool, man. Like a futuristic but apocalyptic, post-apocalyptic Flash suit's pretty dope. And I've always had a thing for visors and
dude, it
completely
looks in the way it opens up in the movie, it's incredible.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna ask y'all how that looked. How that looked 4 stories high when y'all saw it on Sunday. But I saw that today. Was thinking to myself I'm gonna bring this up, man. Bring this up.
I know we'll get into it later, but I can't put it into words. How that fucking movie looked on IMAX.
Yeah.
Dude, I sent you the picture of the screen, right?
Yeah. It is. That's insane. Let's see. Prima said, "Joy, I completely forgot you on the." Yeah, man. I brought it up yesterday. He said how it started, how it's going. Incredible. Draw in the middle one looks better live. It does. I like it better live action suit. So there's that. Anyway, let's move along. Samantha Wynn. You know what I'm saying? One of Zach's favorites. She put this. I've seen this video before. She put it on Instagram, but she just today put it on so I don't get bounced. But this is her doing some martial arts stuff. She is a beast. Wouldn't want to fight her in person. Wouldn't even want to stunt fight her in person, probably.
No.
Look, the run. Probably she fucking handling her business right there.
Bro, she was a Kryptonian and an Amazon.
Yeah.
I don't want to mess with that.
A Kryptonian and an Amazon.
Yeah.
And was murking some zombies. You know what I'm saying? Like you see the trifecta of fire right there. So here you go. Some Samantha Wynn, man. Doing her thing.
Yeah.
Man, she looks incredible. Let's see. What else I see there? Saw this. You know what I mean? Here, Jason was in the house at the thing, put together this thing, looks like an album cover. This is incredible, bro. I saw this, I was like, man, this is fire, man. This is fire. This is fire, man. Look at all you guys up there. Got the perfect poses for everybody. Man, this is dope. This is
Jason had some good like edits and stuff too, like that. I got to see some of his artwork. I don't know if he's ever gonna like release some of it,
but it's fire.
I was like, damn, bro.
Did you tell him he needs to put that out there?
I mean, I don't ever want to force him, but I was just like,
yeah. No, I got you. I was
like, you gotta show some people.
Yeah. Damn, I would like to see that, man. Jason, if you're watching, let me see it. Just send it. DM. Send it DM, man. Let me take a look. I thought this was incredible, though, man. Nice picture. Where was this at again? It's in Burbank, right?
Yeah. The Batman statue. Yeah, it's in Burbank. It's like it was like 15 minutes from the theater, so we figured like we'd do like a little fan meet up there. And bro, we got breakfast before. That was like an adventure just getting there because like we got lost, but like it was worth it. We got some good, like Steven will tell you, Dave will tell you, like we got some good food, and it wasn't like a popular place or anything. It was just like a, that's always.
I think I did hear Dave on his show on the Film Junkie Live say something about a breakfast burrito.
Yeah, he had a breakfast burrito.
Oh, okay.
I just got like a classic breakfast. That shit was good. Steven had like I can't remember. It was like a muffin or something. I don't know. We were all like, "Whoa, this is like the." It was like surprisingly like incredible. And then dude, that Batman statue was like the real deal.
There's one similar that's at the Six Flags in Houston that I went to a couple years ago. It's not. Yeah, it's not like that. But I saw this and I was like, man, this is dope, man. Dope. I like the way they put it. Look, Steven. So I saw that today. So I thought this was real at first. Amanda had tweeted it out, but I guess this is a fan poster because it looks really similar to another. Somebody put the two posters side by side there. I was like, all right, chill. What was the other one? It was Cliffhanger. The movie.
Oh, I think so. Yeah.
I can't remember. I should have said that, but I thought this was a cool fan poster right here.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah, this is dope. I mean, Meg had tweeted it out too, man. Let's see what else I see today. House of the Dragon season 2 will continue filming amid the writer's strike as of all the scripts are finished, man.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Dodge
the bullet, right?
In time, yeah. That's that Indiana Jones grabbing the hat before the
before the door closes.
Yeah.
There you go.
Damn.
Yeah, that's dope. That is dope.
I'm kind of nervous with what's all going to be affected by that too.
Yeah.
I just saw SNL got delayed indefinitely.
Yep, I saw that.
That's crazy.
Yeah, SNL and the night shows too, like Jimmy Kimmel and all the because their writers too are all on. And look, man, don't want to get too deep into it because I'm not like really knowledgeable about it. But those people who write the stuff, they're almost the most important people involved in that entire process, right?
Yeah,
it came from it came from their heads, and so they deserve to be paid, man. And I guess they feel like they're oh, that's right. What was it? Damn it! I had to tweet. Oh man, somebody who wrote something that came out very recently said when he showed up to receive an award for his writing, he had a negative bank account balance. That's insane.
Oh man,
that is insane. Yeah, he won an award for his writing I can't remember what it was. If anybody out there knows, put it in the chat. But show negative bank account balance because they don't pay him enough. So that's what I saw today. That was good. Like we dodged that bullet, but here we go. The poster for Dune 2 releases today. I'll put that poster up in a second with a trailer releasing tomorrow. So we'll be getting a trailer for Dune tomorrow.
Yeah.
Let's see. Hold on, let me bring this down right here. We got somebody joining the show. What's good, Scott?
Hey, don't know how long I can be here, but I'm going to jump in while I can.
You're fine. You're fine. Normally, the Daily Show, I mean, you saw it yesterday. I start with stuff I saw today. So we're just looking at some of this Dune stuff, and then we'll get into the full circle stuff, man.
I haven't even watched that teaser yet because I'm just like, why am I going to watch the teaser for a trailer that I'm going to watch tomorrow?
Well, I'll bring it up.
Because you're a nerd.
Yeah.
You got me there.
Well, going back to it. So trailer releasing tomorrow. Let's see what we got here. Here it is, man. Let me. It's actually.
Ooh, careful they don't bounce you.
It's short. I'm not watching the trailer on there tomorrow for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because there's no telling how long it's gonna be. Probably gonna be like 3 minutes or something.
Yeah.
My dog's barking. Probably. Oh, okay. Let's do this. Uh-oh.
They're excited for Dune.
Can y'all hear that?
Yes.
And there you have that.
I like the use of the thumper as like a ticking clock for the trailer.
That was pretty good. So, tomorrow I'm not gonna watch it again because I know how they like to they like to take you down. But so tomorrow, be on the lookout, everybody. Trailer for Dune 2 Part 2 tomorrow. This was what consumed me at work this morning, like trying to find as much stuff about it as I could. But and then this was the official poster that they put out there today. Dune Part 2, Long Live the Fighters. That's incredible. Looks all. So what y'all think about that? Is that building your excitement, or is your excitement already at the top? And
what? No, I mean, literally, they don't have to release a trailer. They don't have to release a poster. I mean, my butt's in the seat.
Yes. November 3rd, y'all. November 3rd. It will be there.
It's crazy because it doesn't feel like it's been 2 years or whatever. Like it feels like it just happened. It's weird.
Mm-hmm. So Prima says, Scott. Tetsuo Pink says, I love your vlog, Scott. Yo, yes, I did as well. Be careful. Okay, pulled. Yeah, that's why I had to stop it. It wanted to get pulled. But that's the poster for Dune Part 2 official trailer tomorrow. I'm sure that's gonna dominate a lot of conversation. So we'll be on the lookout for that.
Yeah.
Ben Affleck's Air releases on Prime Video on May. Let me tell you something. Have you seen Air yet, Scott?
Saw it last week. I loved it.
Incredible.
It is. That's the best movie I've seen this year personally, and I want physical copies. I know it comes out on May 12th, and I'll probably be binge watching it just straight up off of that. But they haven't said anything about any physical media, so hopefully, I mean, it did do pretty good for a Prime Video film. So. At the box office. So that comes out. Let's see. Clay, stop.
That's the thing, is that Amazon is not as anti-physical release as like Netflix. Netflix, you'll almost never see a physical release. Apple, you'll never see a physical release. I mean, Amazon will sell it through. I think the beauty of Amazon is that they'll sell it through on Amazon. So because like they've released complete seasons of The Boys, Jack Ryan, Reacher, so like they'll take their original, not everything they put on, but at least, like I said, their more popular releases, they'll let you buy a physical copy because you're going to buy it through Amazon.
Yeah. So that's I really.
And Netflix is the craziest one to not have physical release because they.
Army of the Dead. Where's that at?
They also literally used to do physical rentals.
Yes,
that was
the mail.
Yeah, so it's like they're not without their inventory or whatever. It's just weird that they wouldn't mass release that.
And the only thing they have ever gotten released was just whatever films end up getting selected by the Criterion Collection, because then the Criterion Collection becomes because then the Criterion Collection takes on all of the costs associated with physical production. And really, I guess they also license it from Netflix. So I think it's kind of a situation where Netflix, it's all gain, no loss.
Yeah.
Okay, I see what you're saying there. I got you there. Imagine remember 1 and 2. Yeah, 4K Blu-ray, bro. That's I wanted to see the movie first. So anyway, back to this. Clay Style put this out. Picture of Ben Affleck from Zack Snyder's Justice League that they took while filming. It was Iceland, right?
Yeah. Yep.
It's insane.
Which another shot on IMAX.
I bet. I'll get to y'all guys' scripts. I can't wait to hear it though. But I did hear Ray talk about it the other night, and it's.
And I know I sent you and Meg a picture, but Scott and I sat together for it.
Oh yeah.
I also realized, Scott, you and I sat next to each other every night. I just realized
you were
that.
right. I was. It was kind of funny. I was on your right for Man of Steel. I was on your left for BVS, and I was on your left for Zack Snyder's Justice. Well, I was on your left for the 50 minutes of BVS that I was actually in the theater for.
Yeah. Oh, you trust me. You had some pretty prestigious seats to watch that, bro. I
got somewhere.
Good
to
thing or two. They finally released the.
Oh God, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
I wonder why that took as longer.
Everything's still there. I sort of went through it earlier.
Yeah.
And I saw everything was pretty much still there. So I don't know.
I wonder if it's just because of the link, because it's like a 4-hour stream.
Yeah.
So
they probably had to make Scott's like less perfect just so that everybody else would feel,
No, that would be Rebecca Johnson that they would have to have made less perfect because damn.
Well, but the two of you was like a 1-2 punch of just like, I think you guys crushed it. Yeah.
Oh man,
you guys did a great job.
She did an absolute fabulous job too.
Mm-hmm.
And then also today, Zack Snyder's game-changing Dawn of the Dead is now on Netflix.
Yeah.
Okay, do we know if it's the unrated version or just the theatrical
version?
Here,
I'll pull it up. I won't play no sound though. Let's do this. I don't know if it says it at the end. Maybe it does. Let's see. It just shows the sort of that original trailer we saw. Let's see. I think Vero had to trim the ending of the stream for BF. They cut out. Oh, okay.
I'm still kicking myself for not getting it. The one that released a few months ago with that poster. I'm so mad at myself for not pre-ordering that.
Oh, I got that and the poster.
I know.
So which one are you talking about? Dawn of the Dead?
Yeah, they
Shout Scream Factory from Shout put out a 4K, and if you pre-ordered it early, you got the original. You got the artwork for the original theatrical poster of Dawn of the Dead. Shout Factory will do that a lot with their new releases. Is that they'll do a poster of whatever the artwork is. So sometimes they do the original theatrical artwork, and sometimes they commission brand new artwork for their releases. What I always love about Shout Factory is that then when you get the actual case, the insert for the cover art is double-sided because they'll have the original release art and then the new Shout release art.
I have that
I got
this not 4K, but I have the
Blu-ray one that came out a couple years ago from Shout. And it has the art that does that. Yeah.
My only gripe with that is when it finally gets to the main menu, it scares the crap out of me every single time because there's that loud and I'm just like, oh Jesus Christ, it's
interesting. Me and my wife saw this in theaters when it first came out, Dawn of the Dead. And when it came out on DVD, because that's, back in those times, and that's literally it's like 10 years ago. But it came out on DVD, and there's a special feature on there. Probably one of the best I've ever seen in my life. It's sort of like the last 30 minutes of the news broadcast before the zombies infiltrate the news station.
Oh, yeah.
And so it came out, and we watched it on a Sunday night. We both had to go to work Monday morning. It wasn't late or anything, but movie went off, and my dumb ass started that little special feature before I went to sleep. Woke up 6 times. Literally woke up 6 times in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
It was scary. It was scary. It sort of gave me some nightmares or whatever. But,
oh no.
Somebody else who spent some time in Pasadena this weekend.
Here comes trouble.
Let's go, Ray.
What up, Ray?
What's up, guys?
What's good?
Well, I'm out running errands, and I looked at the clock and went, ah! So,
it's all good.
So let me tell you, trying to get on Streamline while you're driving is not only against the law, it's stupid.
Oh,
Don't try this at home, kids.
Yeah.
Anybody else got a cold?
Actually, no, I don't. I'm good.
Fingers crossed. I'm feeling okay.
I tested for COVID and it's all negative and it's fine.
Okay.
After the con, after the con was over, I was like, oh, my voice isn't working. Oh no. And then it's fine. But yeah. So cool. Well, that was a hell of a weekend.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry we didn't get to spend any time together. I wanted to hang out and stuff, and there was just so many things going on. Anyway.
Well, no, you were. I mean, Sunday night, you were being such a sweetheart, and you were making sure that every fan who wanted to, shake your hand, get something, you were being so gracious with your time.
Yeah.
Well, I mean that they're the fans are the reason I was there in the first place. So it's it's the least I could do. I ended up staying after for I don't know, an hour and a half or something, signing things, which was really cool. Got to meet some great people. The theater manager came out and was like, "Hey, can we move you guys around the corner a little bit?" I was like, "Yeah,
I saw that happen," and I was just
But anyway, Scott, I'm really sorry. I wanted to say more of a hello and everything. It was nuts because when I got there, I didn't know where I was supposed to be, and I was looking for Wes.
Yes.
So when I saw you beforehand, I was trying to get through the crowd and get to where I was supposed to be because I was afraid of being late.
Mm-hmm. And then we saw Wes and we sent him your way. We're like, that way.
Yeah. It was 5 people trying to connect us, as we got there, but it all turned out fine in the end.
Yeah. You don't have to apologize, Ray, because I got to make Scott jealous by hanging out with you. So
that's
See, now I have to doubly apologize to Scott, dude. Don't rub it in.
I think Scott had he had a weekend. Seeing him backstage in that green room and the conversation that he had with Zach, I was like, this is incredible. It's incredible. I wish I could have been there, but just watching the enjoyment from everybody who was able to attend.
Oh my God, that roar! When I got as far as the word Batman, and the place just went ballistic.
Yeah,
which I knew, and so that was why I tried to great writer, great actor, great director, and the finest Batman. I got about that far.
Yeah.
No, because by the time you got to great, once you said great writer, then once you said great actor, I went, I know where this is going.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because you had a mic. We could not hear you after you had tried to say Batman. Everybody around us were
no,
so
I know, and I yelled Ben Affleck as loud as I could. Yep. And I knew that it wasn't registering on the microphone at all. And of course, then when I saw the live feed, it was like breaking speakers. It was just crazy. But what an event. That was super cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was amazing. It was amazing to see from afar. It was.
Well, that was the other thing is I knew that, people were tuning in and stuff. I mean, it just incredible. I'm just in the middle of errands here.
Yeah,
welcome.
We appreciate you joining.
Welcome to the inside of my car.
Mm-hmm.
Darkseid drives a Land Cruiser.
Is that an Apocalypse or is that a boom tuber?
Nice one. Well, we know it's not a Nissan Armada.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's incredible.
It's actually a Lexus LX470, so it's a Land Cruiser with a tie on.
I think we're always going to kick ourselves that we didn't get a picture with you in front of the Armada. We know that you had to get going, but in front of the Armada would have just been perfect.
Oh my god. Well, I mean, with jumper cables, ready the Armada.
Oh shit! Nice.
That joke never got old, no matter how many times we said it over the entire
Of course not.
weekend.
I mean,
Did you hear about that, Anthony?
No, I didn't.
So Ishan, he drives a Nissan Armada. So every time we were getting ready to go, say ready the Armada.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So dumb.
I can understand why that went over several times that weekend. If I had been there, I probably would have been saying it as well.
Well, yeah.
saying it.
And the nice thing is that we can say it, anytime.
Yeah,
that we interact with him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he looked cool, man. So give me some stories, y'all, man. This is I am but just a humble listener for experiences over the weekend. I saw from afar, got to see some stuff and pictures I was sent by people, but I wasn't there. So
Atlanta. That's all I'm gonna say is Atlanta.
Of course, Scott starts with a negative.
No, because that's how my trip started. And then it could only get better.
That's true.
Are you talking about the airport?
Oh, Ray.
Here we go.
We'll
be here for 2 hours.
Here we go.
No, it's fine. I'll make it quick. Thursday. So I'm supposed to be leaving Thursday night to get there about like midnight Friday morning, and Dave was going to pick me up from LAX. My flight out of Birmingham got delayed by an hour and a half, so I completely missed my connection.
Oh no!
And then the next flight to LA wasn't until 6:40 the next morning, so I got to spend 11 p.m. to 6:40 a.m. spending the night
at
the Atlanta
Hartsfield Airport. Oh,
yes,
dude,
that airport. Yeah, it's an airport.
It's an airport.
How many times does anybody else do this? When you're stuck in the airport for any longer than, I don't know, an hour or something, do you start to feel a little like Tom Hanks?
Oh yes.
In the terminal, absolutely.
Yeah, the terminal, exactly. There was one time I don't know how many hours. I can't remember the airport, but I was like wandering around just.
Might have lost.
Oh no.
I think you might have lost a connection.
Yeah. Oh no.
He'll probably be back. He'll be back. Scott, I was talking about yesterday. I don't know how far, like distance wise. I hate doing connections because one time me and my wife were going to the Bahamas, and our flight from Atlanta, we boarded the plane, and then they had something technical happen, and we were on the tarmac for 2 hours. So that meant when we got to Miami for our flight from there to the Bahamas, we missed it. And if you've ever, I don't know if you've ever been to Bahamas, but like those flights, they come out of Miami like not that many times a day because it's a small island. So we missed the last flight out of there, which would have been 5 p.m.
There he is.
Oh, there he is.
Hello.
Yeah, I hate connections.
Connections are not fun.
No, because that could happen like what happened to Scott, man. I was like, oh man. At least you caught the first one out of Atlanta in the morning.
Oh, trust me, I spent an hour and 17 minutes on the phone with Delta going, you will get me on this 6:40 a.m. flight.
Oh, yeah, Hold on just a moment, guys.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, good.
I've still not received any word about an online.
Oh, yes. It will be ready before end of this month, sir, because we are waiting everybody, sir, to sign up. No? We were emailing.
Oh, you're waiting for everybody to sign up? Okay, so it could be like a year, basically. Yeah. Okay. See you next month. Sorry, guys.
All good.
So I'll just tell you in brief what that was, because why not? We're on errands. So I'm dropping off my rent check, and they were like, hey, we have this fun new way to pay online. And I'm like, brilliant. Don't have to use checks. Don't have to drive anywhere. Mm-hmm. That was 4 months ago.
Oh.
And so what I was asking was like, still in the scene, and she said indistinguishably and very quietly, we're waiting for everyone to sign up. And I'm like, okay,
what?
So that could be a year.
Yeah.
I don't really think so. Yeah, well, I do. So.
No.
Anyway.
Hey, Anthony, I'm going to have to bounce for a quick sec because I got to go eat dinner and take Liam to his soccer practice.
Okay. Oh, dude.
So I'm going to try and maybe jump on during his soccer practice.
Okay, that works. That works.
So man. I'll catch you later.
Yeah, come back. Scott, we can kick it.
Yeah.
Yes. Wow, dude.
This was Ray. This was me all weekend. I'm sorry.
I'm just so glad that I went through the effort to sign on in traffic and everything. This is so worth it.
No.
Yeah.
Yikes.
No. Anyway, it was an epic experience, and I wasn't there for the whole weekend. I mean, I was just I was checking in and stuff. But obviously, Sunday was when I was, I guess, moderating.
Yeah.
And now my Bluetooth is insane.
Uh-oh. Oh. You're fine. You're fine.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. Take your time.
Hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, we can hear you. Yep.
You can hear me okay? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I've learned something about Bluetooth, by the way.
Mm-hmm. What's that?
Bluetooth. I finally figured Bluetooth out after years of using it. Bluetooth is this. Oh, you want me to work now?
Yeah.
Oh, you don't want me to work now?
Yeah. It does connect when you don't want it to, and sometimes, yeah. I feel you 1,000%, 1,000%.
But so Ray, I don't know if you've ever heard of the Michigan AFSP events that are put on, but like we've screened BVS in the past, we've screened ZSJL, Watchmen.
Oh yeah.
This weekend kind of reminded me a lot of it in the sense of like the movies were almost the bonus to where, like, Anthony, I know you probably feel the same way when we get there, but like the movies are almost a bonus because you get to talk to people that you've only known online, and you get to mingle with them and just like spend time with the community, and also just take that joy in like watching any of Zach's movies with a theater full of fans is just incredible. So that was my takeaway of the weekend. I was just like thrilled to be with so many different people from like all over the world. Mick was there. Like it was,
which was great.
Yeah.
It was also lovely to finally put like
Hey, Ray.
live. Hello.
Oh, you
he pulled up a comment.
Yeah, I pulled up. Somebody was saying, "What's up to you?" They were saying, "Hey, Ray."
Oh, I'm sorry. I can't look at texts. I'm driving.
Oh yeah.
No,
he's going to take away our resistance, but he's going to obey the rules of the road.
Yeah. While doing.
Ready the Armada, we will drive safely for our great prize.
Yeah.
He might have turned 100,000 worlds to dust, but he doesn't fool around when it comes to road safety.
No.
Yeah.
Anyway, finally to be able to put faces that I've seen online, but actually see them, and shake people's hands was amazing. And I didn't know what to expect. I walked into Universal City and I saw the theater and was walking up, and I saw people like looking at me and smiling, and so I waved at them, and they started to cheer, and I was like, wow, hi. It was really a great feeling, but I don't know, unusual. And then, I was talking a little bit about hearing applause at various moments in the movie, which was so great to be able to be there to share it with people.
Yeah.
And then hearing people applauding my stuff, was like otherworldly. And after I said the last line, Ready the Armada, we will use the old ways, and I'm walking back to to check how my burn ends are smoking. That's what I think he's doing back there. Is a barbecue.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
So I'm going back to check on the burn ends, and but anyway, people in front of me are leaning back for high fives and stuff. It was like this is surreal.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
And you said, I know, Ray, you would say the night when Darkseid first makes his appearance, when he come, when the parademons start kneeling and stuff, let's say they went nuts in there.
Yeah, it was crazy. I mean, I still say Zach gave me the best entrance of anything I've ever done. Play, movie, TV, anything. That's the best entrance ever.
Yeah.
It's incredible. I'll tell you.
I think I told. Go ahead, Ray.
No, I was just saying, which I started referring to it as when Darkseid comes out of the shower.
Yeah. Yeah, he was in there. He said,
because it's like really cool, and so I have to ruin it. Yeah,
that's like me.
Darkseid. The side is Darkseid.
What?
He found the anti-life, and he's like,
no, he just put the conditioner in. Back when he's got something real. I'm moisturizing right now. Come on.
I just put the conditioner in. Damn it.
Damn, man. This stuff burns.
Max was good. Max says, "Is this carpool karaoke?" I don't know.
It's carpool karaoke.
But no, Ray, I was telling you yesterday, one of my favorite parts of the screening was every iteration of you on screen was getting the same amount of applause. You as, Uxas, and then Darkseid getting out of the shower, and then you as the blacksmith, like your own cameo.
Oh, the
and
blacksmith thing, that was hysterical. Yes.
Yeah. Like everybody.
Well, also in IMAX, I'm like, yeah, that's me. Wow.
Yeah.
It's huge.
It is. Real quick, joining us, somebody else who got to spend some time in Pasadena this past weekend. Phil, what's good, man?
Hey, what's up?
Ready the Armada. Use the old
Nice.
ways.
Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you. I've been working on that for quite some time. How you doing,
Well
guys?
done.
What's up, man? Glad you could join, dude.
Yeah.
I know you just got off work recently, man. Appreciate you
I
stopping
literally
through.
just walked in the door.
Nice.
Wow.
Straight on, man. So I was just asking these guys, man. Like I am, like I said before, I'm just a humble listener. I wasn't there this weekend. I just want to hear all the experiences. Tell me, tell me everything you got to do, how it was to be there, and
Well, first of all, these two look familiar.
yeah, I hope so.
Wow,
I'm a
I
film junkie in the
don't.
house,
Honestly,
Hey.
I'm a film junkie. I don't know where to begin, man. I mean, this whole weekend has just been replaying over and over and over in my head. It has just been a nonstop blast from beginning to end, and just getting to meet everyone. Like, getting to meet Dave, getting to meet Jason, getting to meet Joey, getting to meet Steven, getting to meet Ray Porter. Like, I'm just
So much fun all the way around. For me, it was the same thing. It was the first thing I was talking about with it, was being able to finally, shake people's hands that I for lack of a better word, know, online through this community, and to actually be able to all sort of come together and see each other was just incredible. I mean, I was starstruck a little bit, at points. I'm like, oh my God, that's Scott, like live. There's Davey, like live.
Yeah.
It's just nuts.
Yeah.
Great experience.
And Anthony, I do got to say, like we had a great time, but you were very missed. You and Meg
You were sorely missed, sir.
Yeah.
Yes. Geraldo, told me that the other. I messaged him. He put a picture up, and it looked like they had a blast. He said you were missed, brother, and I was like, "Oh man, that means a lot, man. It means a lot. It does. It does."
Yeah.
Next time.
Yo,
Well, I'll be seeing. I told Ray he's gonna be in Tennessee like in a couple months. I'm coming. As soon as we got off that stream the other night, Ray, I went there and told my wife, I was like, we're going to that. It's just a couple hour drive, so that's gonna be something, man.
Finally, a good reason to go to Gatlinburg. Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna be in Philadelphia this coming weekend.
Philadelphia, okay.
For Contropolis, PA. So I'll be I'll be at the con in Philly
nice
this weekend, and then I got a crazy week coming up, man. Yikes!
You sound busy.
And then I'm going over to England for a photo thing, and then back and juggling audiobooks all at the same time. Yeah. Oh my God! So I went into this. There's a comic shop like right next to the theater. And afterwards, I went in just to see if they had any Funkos, because I kind of keep a stockpile of them, and I'll sign them. And if somebody's like doing an auction or something, I'll have one and I can sign it and send it, and it'll raise money for whatever, and so that's why I keep them. So I thought, see if there's any in there. Thought I might stock up. I go in. They got the Dark Side on the Throne. Now, I'm sort of familiar with what those are going for, on what the market is for those. It's like at best like $15, kind of thing. Homie's got them up by the register, faded. The ink is faded on the boxes. They were sitting out for a long time.
Yeah,
he's got them out there and he's selling them for $30.
You mean this bad boy?
Yeah, I opened mine.
Yes. And the guy I love him because he was just honest with me. He was like, yeah, I figured I'd put them out,
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, you hike the prices, Chief, but yes.
So just because he knew that was showing next door?
He knew the showing was happening, so he pulled out all of the Justice League ones that maybe hadn't sold yet or whatever, marked them up, and because somebody said I was there, I guess he had a couple of the Dark Sides like right by the register. And $30. I'm like, dude, really?
Jeez. I told Ray he
want to give me a piece of that?
I told Ray he should have sneakily signed it somewhere, just a little. Little
Yes, exactly.
autograph.
I did. I was real stupid one time. I was in one of those mall ninja shops, right, where they have like ridiculous knives and stuff like that. Because my son wanted a knife for a holiday or something. And so I went in. I don't like going into mall ninja stores, but I did. And they had the the dark side with the spear, the Funko there.
Yeah.
And I don't know why, but I was like, oh, you want me to sign that? And the guy literally went, who the fuck are you?
Oh,
No,
dude.
no.
Nobody. I just like writing things on stuff. Nothing.
Yeah. Oh my God. Maybe it's just the Midwestern in me, but that I like. Even if he didn't know who you were, like, there's a better way to ask that.
Yeah, but in LA, people get this stuff all the time. I think.
Yeah,
so, and it looked like he was kind of in the midst of a pretty bad day. So
gotcha.
I was like, you know what, my bad for even joking around with you, man.
So somebody's like, wait, did you just say you was gonna be in the UK soon?
I'm going over for a photo event. Yeah.
Okay, so somebody was asking, is there any chance you come to the UK again for any conventions? It's not a convention.
Oh God, I'll tell you what, I'd really, really love to. In fact, I have con agents, and I'm always like, send me to the UK, please. I think that the best way to make that happen, because I know like Liverpool Comic Con is coming up, and there's some other ones. I did do the Wales Comic Con last year ago or more. But I think the way to make that happen is for people to write to the actual con organizers and be like, hey, can you please get this guy in? It's different than, if the agent goes, well, here's a list of people. Do you know what I mean? And they'll sort of pick and choose, and sometimes they pick me, and I'm very happy about that. But if somebody really wants me at a con, I think make some noise to the con promoters.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
There you have it.
So, because I love them. I love going to them. And meeting people and stuff. So I'm game, and I love the UK. So yeah.
Sounds good. So what let me ask y'all something. Since all three of you were there, when the lights finally went down for Zack Snyder's Justice League, like the lights turned off and it started. You heard, you got that music, and you finally saw the spear through Doomsday, like how he gets a close up on it, and then you see like the one going through Superman. How did that hit? Like just being in there with the sound and just the experience.
It's different.
Yeah. I mean, look, watching Man of Steel and Batman versus Superman, and then having that lead into Zack Snyder's Justice League, I think in and of itself, especially with the collective experience of about 300-400 other people, I think really lended to that buildup that made the IMAX experience of Zack Snyder's Justice League all that more satisfying. On top of the fact that when Zack or anyone else says, you need to see this movie in IMAX, after you see this movie in IMAX, you're like, okay, I completely 100% understand why you need to see this movie. You do not miss a detail.
Yeah.
This film is gorgeous. 4 hours, a 15-minute intermission, it from start to finish. There were a few times I cried. Like not like sobbing, but I was just emotionally happy because of things that I saw.
Well, and just like usual with the movie, the 4 hours just flies by, and it flew by, almost like oh God, I don't want this to end. Like, keep going, keep whatever. But yeah, it was when the lights went down and we saw the the opening title cards and everything, there was that moment of just like, holy shit, we got here. Where did the last 2 years go? And then all of a sudden I was like, I gotta watch a movie, I gotta focus. I was like,
for me coming in late to the game, symbolically, I've been late to the game on the whole thing, but coming in on that Sunday, when everybody had been there, obviously had been fighting for so long and been together for so long and raising so much money and so invested in the cause, with AFSP. For me to be there with everyone and feeling that, because everybody got to see it in context over a weekend, right? The trilogy. They got to see it all. Yeah. And this was the completion of that trilogy, the completion of the weekend, and in many ways, kind of the completion of the goal of release the Snyderverse, or release the Snyder Cut of the of, let's see Justice League as Zack wanted it to be. And it was, of course, it's great that it was shown on HBO, but for everybody to be together in a theater seeing it was incredible. I got a little weepy too at a lot of points.
Yep.
And not the least of which was, and mostly it was because of that communal aspect of everybody sitting together and this thing that they had believed in and fought for so long, and it was happening, and that we could all kind of share in that victory. And I'm talking about the people, who were watching online as well, because I was very aware of that. It was, it was huge, enormous, I was thinking a lot about, it's why I wore my old, tattered Release the Snyder Cut t-shirt.
Yeah.
Because it was like, look what you did. Look what you did, it was, it was gratifying to me as an actor and all of that stuff. And I got a little emotional the first time people applauded me, because it was the first time that had ever happened in a theater. But it went so far beyond any sort of personal, like, wow, it's really cool I'm in this movie. It's like, no, I get to dance around the fire with these people, in victory. For me, that was the biggest thing. It was epic.
Yeah.
It was epic. I wish I could have answered everybody's questions or called upon everyone. I could.
No, that was the Q&A was insane as well too.
Yeah.
And there was an intermission, right? They put an intermission in there.
Yeah.
Where was it at? Where was it at? Somebody was asking yesterday. I was like, I don't know. I wasn't
it's exactly where Zach, I think, said it was. It was right after.
It's where it is if you watch the DVDs or if you watch.
Oh, okay, when you change discs. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. It's
after chapter 4. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. But Wes explained it like it's built into the movie, so it kind of just keeps pumping.
Yeah.
Yeah, no shit, it's built into the movie. I was loitering in the lobby and the damn thing had started up again.
Because they'd started late, so they said we gotta fast track the intermission. So it was only 7 minutes as opposed.
We had to get out of the way of Super Mario. Yeah.
Oh wow.
I'm sorry. Which one?
I did have a question for you, Ray. I was curious. Seeing Darkseid on the screen for you must have been pretty intense and satisfying. What's your favorite moment for you as after seeing the movie in IMAX? What was your favorite moment of seeing Darkseid on the screen in your? I'm just curious.
He might have froze. I think he froze up. Yeah, he'll be back because he froze up a little bit earlier because he's running errands, which is incredible that he came on here while he's running errands.
Yeah.
It's fire. It's like, yo, this is a carpool karaoke, man. But until he comes back, anything, man. How was the coffee shop? What was it called?
It was good, Jones.
Jones,
yeah.
Jones Coffee. Not bad.
Really
There's
good.
a pizza place right next to it that's fucking delicious.
Really good pizza too. Yeah. I don't drink coffee, but I just got hot chocolate. That's I posted on Vero. I think it just they do the little art with the leaf or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Darn.
What up, man? What's good?
What up?
Sri says, "My Lord, please don't leave us." He'll be.
I asked him the question, and then the internet was just like, "Nope."
I know. Yeah, your question was too good.
Yeah.
But no, the coffee was good. I also had it looked like a cinnamon roll, but it was called a chocolate penguin.
Yeah.
And it was instead of cinnamon or whatever, it had just chocolate rolled into it. It was really good.
No, yeah. I don't drink coffee either. I was like, since Joey, you don't drink. Nah, I would have been in there probably.
Nah,
I never tried coffee either. I had tea.
Yeah, more of an energy drink fan, or not fan, but a energy drink connoisseur.
Yeah, I had tea.
So I stopped on coffee.
Steven was eating all the coffee.
Oh
cakes.
yeah, he loved those. Were actually really good though. Yeah.
Fucking Steven took so many good pictures. Oh my God. I can't even begin to tell you just how fucking awesome it was to see Steven just snap all those fucking great pictures that he took, especially Friday. If you look at the pictures from Friday, the Man of Steel, the cocktail party.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Steven knocked out those pictures from the cocktail party.
Yeah, I saw them. They're incredible. They're absolutely dope. They're
fantastic.
Dope.
Speaking of the cocktail party, I got to meet a few of us got to meet Christina Wren. That was really cool.
Yeah, I saw her on the panel. The Q&A afterwards. I was like, I love Christina Wren. She's
I walked up to the group and she immediately like turned around to me and she's like, hi, I'm Christina. Like, introducing ourselves. And she told me she had like a few, like her parents were from Iowa. So I was like, yo, no way. So we were talking about the Iowa Hawkeyes and just kind of just, talking about, we told her about like our Airbnb, which was
something. Did you talk about that before I got here?
No, but by all means, because he sent there's a couple pictures that got sent. Tell me about the B&B, bro. I told Joey, I said, did y'all get bamboozled? Like
we got Schneckledorfed.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. If you look at the picture of the B&B that is up there on what we got sent, either via email or just in the chat that we had, nothing. I would say almost nothing like what we were.
Here's the thing. I don't think it was bad, especially like for like a California Airbnb. It was pretty all right. Like the beds.
The fuck out of staying in a hotel.
The bed, yeah. Definitely. The beds were not super comfortable, but like once you finally kind of sunk into it, like once you finally got to bed, it was like, this is fine. He
had a bed. I had to buy an air mattress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because funny enough, I probably would actually recommend doing that as opposed to using the beds.
Fuck. You know what? Since I didn't sleep on a bed, I only slept on the couch Thursday night, and then the rest of it all, I slept on an air mattress. Because I think we went out Friday morning and got a whole bunch of shit after we got Scott. And so the couch was kind of comfortable, but I don't know. The air mattress is also kind of like, if I moved, it made noise because it was on a hardwood floor.
Yeah.
It like the inside of the house actually looked kind of Victorian-esque to some extent.
Okay, yes. So the funniest part was the shower situation. There
were three different showers in this house.
The main shower upstairs in the like kind of community bathroom. The door was not on the hinge all the way. It was like held on by like a screw that wasn't screwed in all the way.
The shower
handle kept falling off. Like you would hear it like clank all the way downstairs. Like it was, and it took a billion years for it to get hot. So like that, but that wasn't the funniest shower thing.
Nope.
I think the funniest one was mine. I'll get to that in a last. The second one. We had there was I didn't actually see it. I think someone posted it.
Hold on, let me add Ray back in real quick.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Sorry. Hey, sorry. My phone decided to shit the bed because it got hot up on the dashboard.
Oh yeah.
So,
yeah. I've had that.
I figured I was like a block away from home. So I'm really, really sorry, but your question, and this is what I got, was seeing Dark Side, and that's when it cut out. So what was your question?
So my question is, after seeing Dark Side and IMAX on the big screen and being the voice of the character, what was your favorite moment of Dark Side to see in the screen?
Oh man, the scene with myself and Steppenwolf, you could really tell, like, with the facial expressions, all that great CGI. The whole read and what I was intending on that line of, can it be that you have found it?
Yeah.
Which, for the record, that delivery, chilling, by the way.
Thank you.
So good.
But it was, that whole just, Steppenwolf.
I love that. I love that.
And trying to give a window into like what all that shit was, yeah, I mean, it was, it was amazing. I mean, and also, through IMAX speakers. Wow. And it was great because you could really see, Kieran and Peter and I shot those scenes wearing pajamas. And thank you very much. That's very kind. Thank you. But we were wearing this headgear with there was 2 cameras and really bright lights, just catching our faces so that they could, animate around that. And you really see it when it's that large. You really see everything, the eyes and everything that we were doing, and so like Peter Guinness's performance as Desaad was just fucking amazing. And, obviously Kieran.
Yeah.
So that was great. That was really cool to watch, Yeah, that was phenomenal. And to hear the sound, through those big old speakers.
Yeah.
Was pretty amazing.
So while you were gone, Ray, they were giving us a talking us through their Airbnb adventures.
Oh no!
We should have showed you yesterday, because the shower situation was the funniest part of our Airbnb.
Oh really?
3 showers.
Ooh.
The community the shower that was in like the community bathroom upstairs was not, the door into the shower was not like on the hinge properly. It was held in by like a screw that was just like very wobbly.
That's comforting.
Yeah. Also, it was like, Phil, it was like on a platform, right? Like you had to step up to get into the shower.
Yeah.
And then took forever for it to get hot. The handle would fall off if you tried to move it. The second one was there was the toilet, and then directly above the toilet was the shower head. So
I'm trying to.
Are you sure it was a shower and it wasn't just a really aggressive bidet?
Yep. Bingo. Exactly. And then my personal favorite was the bathroom that was in my room. You walk in.
Oh, yeah.
There's the toilet right there.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a bathtub that's like kind of built into a wall.
Nice.
One of the weirdest things I've ever seen.
Yeah.
But then it's short. Like there's no, I had to like hunch over.
It's literally just a bathtub. You have to take a bath.
Yeah. You can't stand. There's no,
like getting into bed on a tour bus, right?
Yes, exactly.
Lie flat and then
you have to lay in the bath, but directly above the knobs, was a shower head pointed directly at at you.
Oh my God.
I don't know if that was like, do you just lay back and just let it like spray at you? I don't understand. It was one of the weirdest Airbnbs I've ever seen.
That's a car wash. That's not a shower. That's That's it'd be cool if it had the things that dry you off, after.
You put no work into bathing.
Airbnbs are kind of odd anyway, but you were in Pasadena, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So, LA is filled with a lot of, hey, I've got this really interesting idea. They're talking back in the 60s and 70s and stuff. I'm like, hey, this would be really cool. Well, should we get permits? Nah. And then they just build things. And there's a lot of that. Yeah.
I could just see like, someone was like smoking weed back in the day. They were just like, oh, what if we put the shower head right above the knobs?
Oh yeah,
it'd be easier access.
Go into Laurel Canyon, and I'm talking like the Laurel Canyon of Joni Mitchell and Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young, that kind of thing. Because I was looking at places in Laurel Canyon at one point, and there's a whole lot of adobe. And at some point, somebody went, "Hey, I got a great idea." Wine bottles. And so there's like wine bottles letting light in the house, but it's all that like nasty bottom of the wine bottle kind of, and it's just hippie builds. And it's like, okay, great. You know what? It has stood all this time and it's still effective. Good on you, man.
Yeah.
Lasted longer than the VW bus.
Let's see. I remember Atlanta says I did see this. Dave was talked about walking in on a kid playing video games.
Okay.
Yeah. I actually wasn't. I think Phil was there for that.
Okay. So you were asleep.
Yep.
You were sleeping. Myself, Sean, and Jason get to the Airbnb at about 11:30 Thursday night. And so we get there. Dave Pena opens the gate. We go in. We're kind of checking the place out. I believe it was Dave and Craig who had just woken up. He'd come from the UK, but he met up with Steven and you and Dave, right? And then he went to sleep shortly after.
Yeah, I got back when he had just gotten there.
Okay. So he had woken up briefly, and him and Dave went out the back where the bathroom, the last bathroom, the back of the house is like this bathroom with a washer and a dryer and kind of a big space. But
in the back of the house, like there's like the it's almost like a porch.
Yeah.
But like they tried to like mask it as like another room, but it was the outside of the house with just like another build on it. It was so weird. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
Again, permits. Who cares?
No
exactly.
permits.
And so
we're going. We don't need permits.
Outside this window, there was another portion of the house that's kind of off to the side, or maybe it was kind of like a separate thing. I don't really remember. Either way, Dave walks out, sees it's all cardboarded up through the windows on the inside, and he's like, "What the fuck is going on?" kind of nudges the door open, sees a kid there with headphones on, gaming on a computer, shuts the door, and turns around and goes, dude, there's someone fucking in there. Let's go.
Wow.
And so to add a little context, probably won't make it any less weird. When we had gotten there, we were there maybe like half an hour early, and there was a kid there who was like saying, hey, they're kind of still cleaning the rooms, but everything's fine. You guys can stay here. It's okay. I think he might be like the son of the owner or something.
Okay.
So he was kind of like checking to make sure everything was fine. But I was like, we should really read the fine print, because like, did they say like he's going to be staying here the whole weekend? And I never saw him. I never saw him again. I never saw him in the first place. So I was like, maybe he got caught and then just went home or whatever.
Or maybe he's still there to this day playing the same game.
Yeah.
From
This is
1997.
This is the bath.
Oh, here we go.
Oh my God.
This is the one in Joey's room, I
Yep.
think. Yep.
Wow. Okay.
Look how close the shower head is. Yo.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn. It looks like a boom mic.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Right.
Don't worry, I didn't even attempt to shower.
No, I mean, what do you do there? You sit in the tub and like aim it at your face? What
exactly,
do you?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man, yeah, that's
Also, I don't even think I could fit in that tub.
It's the mini me shower.
Oh.
It's Vern Troyer's old place.
Vern Troyer's, yeah. Is he from there? Is he from Pasadena? Oh, hold up. This. Hold up. Let me. This is also weird when I saw this video. This is,
oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right then.
Yeah, that one was my personal favorite.
Yeah, hold on a minute. Show me that video again, because I need to look at. I'm not sure if I saw what I saw, but I got to make sure. Right,
Which
there's
one?
a window right next to the shower, and is that a light fixture up above where the shower is?
I think so.
Let's
Yeah.
Zapruder this thing. Let's really.
That's Mystery
let's
Science
check this
Theater.
out. That's either a stain or that's a.
Oh yeah, right here. That looks like a light fixture.
I think it's a light.
That's
And
safe, and that's the window. That's great. Wow.
You showering right there on the top.
Why don't you slap a damn shower up anywhere you want? My God, they were having a sale at Home Depot.
It's called a shit in the shower.
Yes, it is.
Someone actually legitimately replied to Dave and said, like, "What, you never had a shit in a shower?" And everybody was like, "No, I have not."
Wow, we're going to not go there.
Yeah. No.
I don't need that window into anybody's life. Thank you.
No.
Ew.
Here's a picture of the
Nightmare.
fellas right here. They're
Yes.
Dunkin' Donuts.
We had just gotten Scott from the airport, and Scott was like, I'm hungry. I need coffee, because Scott had to sleep at the Atlanta airport all night. His flight got delayed.
Yeah, he was telling right. And by the time he had gotten,
he was here before you got here. He said he might be back.
By the time he had gotten to the airport, it was like 11, and everything was closed.
Yep.
So he got to have the meal of champions. He got a yogurt parfait that was almost expired and a bottle of water.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he said, "I'm gonna need a breakfast when I get there."
And he stayed awake the entire time until he got on the plane.
Yeah, because I mean, he's probably fueled by rage.
I trust me. I've been in that airport. I mean, it's like an hour and a half from it.
It was that
there's nowhere to sleep.
Burning
Atlanta
rage
airport
of,
is
like,
no joke.
Yeah.
yeah.
If you don't know what you're doing there,
man.
you'll get turned around and lost. And
wow.
yeah, you
Absolutely.
will. It's the busiest airport, I think, in the United States, because all overseas traffic normally stops in Atlanta and then goes to wherever in
It's
the
a
United
major hub. Yeah.
It's insane.
Now, if you enjoy walking incredibly long distances, I cannot recommend Denver more. Denver Airport.
That's where Steven and I got to go.
Yeah, man. It's like, enjoy your hike.
Oh, yeah. We got dropped off at like C20 something, and our gate got to be C60.
Mm-hmm.
So,
man.
And then by the time we got there, we realized there's no food around us, so we got to go back.
Oh, but y'all passed a whole bunch of food, didn't you?
Right.
Let's wait till we get to the gate.
We'll get to
that. There'll be something down there. No.
And then by the time I got back, I went, got food, came back. Steven was like, "All right, I'm gonna go." And then 5-10 minutes after he was gone, they're like, "We're gonna start boarding now." And I was like in Group A, so I'm like, oh, this is gonna be a little rough.
Yeah,
but we made it was perfect timing. But yeah, it was. Denver Airport has its goods and its bads.
Dubai Airport is a trip.
Oh wow!
It's very shiny and very new and very clean. It's enormous, obviously. But when you land, like the last time that I was there, I landed, and just as I was going through, because you go through customs, obviously, like almost immediately right after the plane, you go through a security check. But there was a call to prayer as I'm in the line, which was like, I'm here now, hearing that. It was kind of amazing.
Wow, yeah.
But then they give you this like welcome to Dubai thing with a SIM card that you can put in your phone. So you've got free local calls in Dubai. And I'm like, ain't nobody going to track me. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah. It's beautiful. It's, Dubai is ridiculous. Has anybody been?
Never been.
It's absolutely phenomenal. It is probably the cleanest city I've ever seen.
Wow.
And the architecture is just crazy.
Yeah.
Beautiful, but there's this feeling of like, hey, I'd like to build a floating hexagon that's also offices. And they're like, all right. And you just do it, So it's this exuberance of architecture there that's just incredible. I cannot say enough about the people. If you ever get a chance to go to the UAE, some of the best people you will ever meet.
Yeah, wow.
Truly. Yeah. Very cool.
You say he was that asshole that gets on a plane with a mushroom sweater.
He did. And it was also funny because so they called, group 1A1 through 30, whatever. And I'm like, I keep looking back over. I'm like, Steven, where's Steven?
Yeah, come on, Steven.
And then right as they called our group, because Steven was in group A as well, he gets back and he's like, got all his stuff. And yeah, he was eating he was like, can you smell this already? I'm like, yeah. He's like, but I was like, just eat it. It's fine. Who cares, man?
Yeah.
You got to eat.
See, Sri says other Dubai's families, they also have baby strollers to borrow.
Yes, they do. Oh, yes, they do. And I wanted one big enough for me because it's a huge airport. Could I have a pram, please? Could someone push me?
Good morning. Hey, what's good, Drogo? What's good, Drogo? Man? Oh, yeah, Drogo's, he lives in Australia. It's like, good morning for him right there.
Absolutely.
Let me ask y'all, man. First of all, and I know we talked about it a little bit with the Queens the other night when Allison was there. How did Hallelujah sound in there?
And well, I mean, honestly, I only heard a little of it because of the applause. The standing ovation that just continued all the way through the credits.
Yeah.
So I heard a little of it, and of course it sounded phenomenal, but it was mixed with the applause. And like I told Allison the other night, that's how it should always be heard.
Yeah.
It was I mean, the place went completely upside down when you saw For Autumn on the credits.
That
was
I did see somebody just put a clip, and I just think it immediately gave me chills when I saw it. Just as soon as the lights went dark, and obviously everybody started cheering, but then that came up, and it place just went bonkers.
Yeah.
So
but that was, to me, that was what was so great about being in there, was that there were these little moments, these, I guess, flashpoints, if you will, where everybody knew, everybody knew that line was coming. I'm not broken and I'm not alone. Boom, applause, various moments that people have grown to love through watching it and rewatching it and all of that, and it was this shared experience. So there was no one person clapping. It was always just like boom, massive applause. It was brilliant.
Yeah.
It's funny you mentioned that. I'm actually kind of shocked that nobody clapped when Steppenwolf arrived on Themyscira. I honestly thought people would be like,
But to be fair, it is visually and auditorily overwhelming. In that point.
You got the boom tube going, and you have
the boom tube and all of the flying monkeys. Anti-M.
You can hear his armor too, just like every time
his armor rippling, and the sound. That's the deal for me, because this was the second time I'd seen it in IMAX. I saw it with 10 or 15 people.
He says, I know that Dawson.
It did, and it was really fun. Kevin, thank you. Yeah, it was bitching to hear.
Kevin.
But the sound to me, because visually it plays great on the small screen. And when I say small, I mean, whatever big ass, like the big ass TV Ray Fisher made me buy before it came out on HBO Max. Dude, go to Best Buy and get a proper TV. All right, shit. And again, I'm at the cash register at Best Buy buying this big TV, and I went, Ray Fisher told me to buy this, and he looked at me like, okay, and just nothing. No.
He's like, we're going to charge you double.
Yeah, exactly. But it was it's the sound in the theater on those big old speakers and mixed that way. It was just like, good.
I mean,
Lord.
the we have no fear line. You felt like you were in the middle of that group and they yelled it at you. I was
Absolutely.
like, I was all the way in the back with Scott, and when they yelled that line, I was like, shit, that was cool. Like I get chills and just it's perfect.
Yeah. And the women like hitting the pillars and all of that sound, that was going on, and little bits of dialogue that maybe you don't fully hear, on the kind of sound setup you have at home or whatever. In there, it was all there and it was all clear. And, that was what was really delicious was for people who had not seen it in IMAX, seeing people's reaction to certain shots and to certain sounds, as if they were experiencing it for the first time. It was great.
Yeah, and even seeing Connie Nielsen just deliver just an outstanding display of Amazon warrior badass queen.
Oh, the Amazons are the coolest.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. And like the whole charge of Steppenwolf going after her too for the mother box and throwing the horses and using his armor to get rid of all the arrows. Oh man.
This was also, it was in the theater where I got this was the first time that I really noticed it. Sorry guys, I've got a cold. This sucks.
Oh, you're good, man.
But the camera work that's really interesting where it not only is, sweeping to whatever the thing is, but it's also rotating in such a way that you feel like you are on the ride. You feel yourself spinning around this was the first time I felt the shot of, Steppenwolf's head gets crushed and it's on the foot and it goes around the foot and pans around and goes up, to my face. It's just that weird, like, whoa, and it accomplishes this sense of enormity, which is just so great.
Another time you could feel that was when Wonder Woman goes over Steppenwolf, and the panning from underneath.
Oh yeah,
you like feel like your seat's moving, and you're you're noticing so many more details. Like the thing I noticed the most was when she's over him, and it's like probably the slowest point of that shot. Her eyes kind of fixate, and it's almost like she's studying him as just like, all right, what's both of our next moves going to be here? And I was just like, dude, that's so fucking cool. Like,
I mean, her sequence, early when we first see her in the building in London, protecting the it's just like, dude, just amazing.
It's Drogo says I love. I noticed that the very first time I watched it, but the VFX when it came to Steppenwolf's armor, especially when he's outside and he's just just cut down a couple of Amazons and he knocks. That's like Phil was just saying, knocks the arrows off of them. The way it's just like tick tick tick, and every single piece has its own reflection of light.
And they're all moving individually all the time.
Yeah, and like y'all said, the sound. I bet the sound.
I mean, the VFX DJ, what a fucking artist,
Yeah. Yep. And that's so, Bass. I know you weren't there, Ray, but for y'all too, first flight on Friday night, how was it in there? I know it wasn't an IMAX, but just seeing it with all of those people, but
just beautiful. I mean, anytime I watch it, it's silent, but like seeing it again with people who this was the first time I've seen it in theaters since 2013.
Yeah.
So I like seeing it with people who are all there to see it, and they're clapping, and they're just. I mean, I got chills because I was like, and I almost brought to tears because I was just like, this is a huge moment. Like, just not only the first flight, but this whole weekend, and like that sequence alone is beautiful. So I love it. I got just as hyped. Doesn't matter if it was IMAX or whatever. It was great.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of echo everything Joey said, except the difference is I actually did kind of tear up a little bit. That movie in general, just the entirety of Man of Steel is, without question, I think that the perfect modernization of Superman's origin story.
Yes,
without a shadow of a doubt. And even Zach talked about how he on the panel afterwards, he talked about how if you don't have Superman have problems, you don't give him real world problems, you don't give him like human problems,
absolutely,
then he's boring. And if you don't, if that's not there, then you can't find him relatable. And there was a pause, and you know, I said, you made him relatable, like you did, like you absolutely nailed it with that movie. And I think that by the end of that film, when he, you know, has to make that really hard decision that his father instilled in him way back when, of you're going to have to make a choice of whether you want to stand proud next to the human race or against it. And he made that choice to do what he did to Zod, and it stuck with him for the rest of it. For, as we've seen, like it informed a lot of what happens to him in Batman versus Superman. That, and just on the merits of Man of Steel and First Flight in general, I was smiling, you know, ear to ear, like that. Seeing Henry fly, doing that first flight, and having it be what it is in that last shot of him flying over Earth, which again is also kind of a homage to Superman 78, which I did appreciate. I do love that just the entirety of First Flight, because he, at first, you know, it's kind of like how Superman started in the comics. He started doing giant leaps, and then he figured out how to fly, and it was just masterclass in every way, shape, or form. I don't think, you know, I think even the Russo brothers even mentioned, like, no one's doing visual effects like Zach in as far as superhero films go. And I think even that stands to this day with the Superman flight in general. Like, the way he makes Superman fly is just phenomenal. Yeah, I'm gonna shut up now because I'm talking too much.
No. That's just, this was like I said. I just want to listen. You guys were there this weekend. Man of Steel. That's and I always go back to the armor, the Kryptonian armor in Man of Steel. And I'm still in awe of the fact that I didn't know that wasn't real until I saw the special features on when the Blu-ray came out, and I saw Michael Shannon walking around with the pajamas on. I was like, wait a minute, that armor wasn't real. And I was like, I had to go back and rewatch it. But literally, that it looks so real, and it moved real and everything. And to this day, if you watch Man of Steel, it still looks incredible. So it's like that's some of the best visual effects I've ever seen, considering that it stood the test of time, even though it's been just a little bit over 10 years. Well, no, it's been 10 years. It'd be 10 years in June, but it's still like a lot of movies, when they have good visual effects, you see them, then like 5 years later, you're like, yo, wait a minute, I can see all the problems here, because it just doesn't look as real as it did then. That was BVS, man. How was BVS with the
you know me, that that's my movie, man.
Yeah, so, I do know that.
I that was just, everything about it was perfect. You know, just it had me from the get-go, and I was just like,
Joey knows that movie by heart. Last time I saw it with him, when we saw it in Michigan, he was line for line. He was as it was coming out.
No, it was perfect. Phil, what about you?
Yeah, you sat next to Steven, right? Were you on the other side of Steven when we watched?
I was sitting with Dave and Scott. Like, I was
okay, right. You were down more. Okay, cool. So Scott actually had the opportunity to talk to Zach during Batman vs Superman, which congratulations for him. Well,
they finally put that out today too. If you hadn't seen it, Vero finally released the entire footage of the BVS watch along thing and the Q&A. Yeah, it's on YouTube now.
I was listening to a little bit toward the tail end of my job today at work, but I'm going to catch all of it tomorrow while I work. So Batman versus Superman, I sat next to Steven, and both of us were like, anytime the music kicked in, both of us were just like nodding along to it. I love Man of Steel. I do, but I think like when you look at a trilogy, right? Like, more specifically, when people like talk about like the greatest trilogy of all time, you've got Lord of the Rings, you've got Star Wars. It's usually the middle entry that has sparked the most conversation. And I do think that Batman v Superman.
That's a solid point, Philip. That is a solid point. You're right.
Yeah.
The middle film.
The middle film. And
I think Dave, the film junkie, this weekend, like we were talking, he was like, "It's our empire."
It is.
Empire Strikes. Yeah,
so cool.
That's exactly what I was thinking of.
I said Empire Strikes Bat.
Nice, well done. Nice one. I actually met Mark Hamill at the London premiere of BVS.
Oh, nice.
I was at the London premiere and came around a corner, and there was Mark Hamill standing there.
Yo.
And usually I'm pretty cool around, the famous.
Not in that moment.
Oh my God.
He looked at me and kind of smiled, and I nodded at him and I went, You're amazing. And he was like, oh, thanks, man. Like totally nice about it. But I was so tongue-tied because imagine, your whole life, people my age coming up to you going like, I'm a kid again because I see you. Kind of thing. That was my brief interaction with Shatner at a Comic-Con in Rhode Island, where I didn't want to cross the line. I didn't want to move into, because that particular weekend he was known for not being particularly kind. So we were in a room autographing like high price stuff, just me and him. And I went to get a pen, and he kind of sighed and put his pen down and like just to get some air. Man, it's 90 years old. And just kind of turned around and he fixed me with those eyes, and I said, "Hello, sir." Hello. And I just went on about my business. I didn't want to do I wasn't going to say like, "Oh, you're blah, 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 blah," because, I didn't want to have the memory of, this is the thing I think about, like, not that I'm fucking famous or any of that shit, but people who want to take a minute and tell me that they liked what I did or whatever. It's like, I feel so responsible for making sure that they go away remembering a good experience.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it's like, I try to be really, really careful. It's when I'm the most nervous. Is meeting people, because you want to say the right thing, because they're going to remember that stuff for whatever.
Yeah. You don't want somebody like,
man, he's a dick. It's like, you don't want, it's like,
I kind of feel that, Ray, because Sunday, when the intermission started, I had to run and use the bathroom, and as I'm walking up the other side, Ray Fisher and Chris Terra are walking down, and I was just like, oh my god, what do I do? And like Ray Fisher was giving everyone knuckles, and I gave him knuckles, and then Chris Terra walked by, and I was just like, I don't know what to say, and then I was just like, Argo's awesome, and he was just like, boom.
Argo is awesome.
Sometimes you just like you black out, because like I was walking down, I intermission hit, I needed food and a drink. I was like, I gotta, I love this movie, but I'm hungry and thirsty. I'm walking down just as Ray and Chris are walking. I think they're probably going to the bathroom or something. I walked by Ray Fisher, and it just took. Ooh, nice, Axel, nice.
But
it just took over me. It just took over me. I was like, Ray, and he was like, I'm like, what's up, bro? And just initiated it. And then I walked away. I'm like, what just? I was like, who was that just now? Because
part of the reason why I call Ray a friend, I mean, aside from the fact that we are fucking endlessly confused for each other in like emails and messages, is that he's a good dude. You know what I mean? He's fundamentally a good dude, and
the fact that he not that he really had a choice, I guess, but just the fact that he sat in the middle of the fans with Chris and you, like, during the IMAX screening was
somebody had a picture. Awesome. I saw a picture, and I was like, wow, they're sitting right in the middle.
Again, I mean, y'all are the whole reason why any of us are there in that theater on last Sunday. Of course we get to, and we get to sit down in the middle of that support and that passion and that kindness and that applause and all of that. Believe me, that was a great thing. I mean, I'm not going to speak for anybody else, but for me, sitting in the middle of all of that, being surrounded by the people who made this thing happen, hell, come on, man. I walked out of there going, when can we do it again? It was so phenomenal.
Well, I'm sure. Like, wouldn't you love to be Darkseid opposite Ray as Cyborg again?
Yes,
right? Right?
Yeah.
That'd be slick.
I'd kind of finish
this. It can happen right now. Or real quick, we got somebody else joining the show. Sorry about that, Ray. We got somebody else joining the show. What up, Dave?
Hey, Dave.
Oh, Dave.
How
are you, brother? How's it going, man?
Appreciate you stopping through, man. Appreciate it.
Oh, no problem. Thanks for inviting me. Ray. Oh, man. It was great to finally meet you, dude. I mean, we got you at the perfect time, right when you're going in.
I was just beset. I'm so sorry I didn't get to spend more time. I felt like I was running late. I wanted to, like,
I can
hang
see
out.
the look on your face. You're like, where do I go? But we all
yeah. Well, and also, I mean, I really did not expect that I'd walk up through the crowd and people would be like, yo, and coming at me with pens and all of that stuff.
And
hey.
She took our picture, which was great, of course.
Shout out to Mama Film Junkie for taking some awesome pictures too. Yeah.
But I wanted to spend more time, and then of course after I was like, okay, great. And they were like, they messaged you, and I'm looking on my phone, like they didn't leave messages, and it was later when the penny dropped. It's like they messaged me on Twitter where you guys were after, but I stayed for like an hour and a half signing stuff for people.
Yeah.
And by the end of it, man, I was wiped out.
I'm sure. No, it was totally cool.
I got back to the car. I walked up 4 flights to get to my truck, and I get in the truck, and I'm like, nah. And just emotionally and everything else, it was such a huge event. And then I open up Twitter and I see the message, and I'm like,
no.
Grandma's old. I can't do it. I can't do it. And so I had to beg off. And I'm very sorry. I owe you a drink,
dude. We got to do that soon.
I owe you a drink, man.
I owe you one too.
Great. We'll buy each other drinks. We'll just get.
There we go. That'll
I have a great idea. Let's go donate blood right before so that we get pissed really cheaply.
I'm down.
Okay.
It will be nice to
film it and put it up on YouTube.
Yeah.
But anyway, it was so great seeing you there, and it was just it was a trip. And oh my god, I got to see the Weta Workshop dark side in the throne.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's huge.
Yes. Well, remember Scott? He has one. We did that on the video. I mean, he was visually sweating in that video.
Yeah,
so much because it was so goddamn heavy that so much.
I know. And he was under the weight of deceiving his wife at the same time. So
and he was that room's in his basement.
She still doesn't know. Anyways.
Yeah, that room's in his basement too. It's probably mad hot down there.
Oh my god,
that poor brave man.
That poor brave man.
So Dave, I was just asking just a couple of details about sort of the experience, especially just seeing. I know I
want to know more about the bathroom.
What? No, we just played that video.
Now we zaprudered the footage of the bathroom. I have no idea what the hell was going on in there.
I also found it funny that every time Dave had to, for lack of a better word, take a shit, he used my bathroom.
Yeah, you're welcome, Joey. You're welcome. Hey, whatever. You know.
Then you dropped the Ace Ventura "Do not go in there."
Yeah, yes, I did do that. I did do that one night. No, but fun fact: Craig did take a shower in that bathroom one day.
In the Vern Troyer suite?
Yeah, no, in the one that's
the lie down to the tour bus shower where you have to lie down in it.
Oh no. Are you talking about the shit in the shower?
Oh, the shit in the shower
one. Yeah, he actually decided to take. Yeah, and I guess we all assume that. Hey, I mean, it's like a Americanized bidet, but like I guess you could take the nozzle off.
It just or
something maybe.
Ew.
I don't know if that's what they were going for, but
was there at least a drain in the floor?
Yes, there was. Yep.
All right, so they've got a toilet there. They've got a shower under a light fixture next to a window.
Pretty much.
They've got, oh my Lord.
Well, yeah, and then even the shower upstairs, I don't know if you guys mentioned that, it's like raised. So you literally stand, you step up into it, and it's like you're higher than the normal floor. That was also odd. That's just the whole thing was just a jigsaw puzzle of whatever the fuck they were trying to do.
For people visiting, I mean, I can't imagine how many people have like fallen out of the shower, right? Coming out, forgetting there's a step.
Yep.
And what was also funny too is like that's right when you open the door, there's like a little like cart with some shelves. That's where they keep the blow dryers. That seems smart too.
In the shower,
they've got a shower next to a light fixture upstairs. What's the problem?
And then also there's no like placemat. So like you're just you got the plain floor you might slip on, and then there's also the ceiling to the shower that you have to like duck under. So you're focusing on like 5 different things at once just to get out of the shower.
Get in there.
It's weird. It's like you guys take a really bad ergonomic design and make it kind of sound like the Green Mile, essentially, where you're just like, it's like you're gonna ride the lightning after your shower, but at least you're good.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's. I was, my place here. It's an apartment, but it used to be one of those great old, houses in Pasadena. They divided it up into apartments. And so I love this place just because it's weird and it's not your conventional sort of apartment. But this room here, which is technically a bedroom, but not really, it's where my vocal booth is.
Mm-hmm.
I moved a drape and found a medicine cabinet, a built-in medicine cabinet.
There it is.
Just, hey, all right.
Was anything in it?
No, thankfully.
Wow.
You know, yes, that would have been sketch.
Old glasses of like.
But there's like I found dish racks
Why
and
is this steaming?
closets. And, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Candy.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So what I was asking, they all said a little bit. So I know I heard you talking last night, Dave, on Film Junkie Live. Just give me just a little bit of, and they've already given me theirs. Just the actual when the lights went down when Zack Snyder Justice League started, and it was huge in that IMAX theater. Like, how did it hit you?
Yeah, I got emotional. I got a lump in my throat. Kind of like it's just thinking about the journey, I guess you could say, to get to this point. You know, I mean, it was one thing to when we got the screeners when it came out and watching it here.
Yeah,
it was like emotional too. But just to watch it in theaters, to see the logos pop up, to hear the music, to hear all that, and then finally seeing like the first frames, which were just absolutely fucking gorgeous. I mean, I know you guys were talking about just how much more details you could see on IMAX. I mean, it is insane. I kept looking at backgrounds with some big, huge wide shots and going, what the fuck? I don't remember seeing so much of that just here. When I watch it here, it's just, you don't see all that. I mean, Joe and I were talking about, you know, like Gotham never looked so beautiful on some of those shots.
Absolutely. Skyline.
You know, and I think even like with the Aquaman shots too, like there was even like a wide shot where you could actually almost look like you see just Atlantis in the background. It was just like, oh, it's just something you don't see. But yeah, I got emotional. I teared up and had a lump in my throat, and I just couldn't believe that I was actually watching it in IMAX.
Yeah, I came over and hugged him and just, you know.
Yes.
Comforted him.
I cried into his.
We had a bro moment.
You had the barf cloth on your shoulder for that, right?
Yeah. Because it was nothing but just
when you burp Dave, you got to watch out. Yeah.
You do the soft little shh.
Yeah, and a rocking motion.
Yes. And then I'm like, I'm good, man. I'm good.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah. We connected.
And weirdly, he still won't take the bottle. I mean, he'll take one bottle.
I mean,
take all of
bottle
one bottle,
you know,
but yeah.
Well, it was weird when he like raised up his shirt.
Okay, all right.
Oh man,
We
won't go there. We won't talk about that. Though.
Now we're
how far the
going
joke was
to a
going to
different
go.
movie entirely.
Yeah.
The
ACS Universe After Dark. Like,
Okay, we'll wait for another time to talk about that.
Oh,
where do we go from here?
Exactly.
So,
no, but it was absolutely crazy, and just like I know you guys. I was listening before coming on. I know you guys were talking about Ray. Were talking about sound and
yes,
Steppenwolf's armor. It just seemed like, I mean, I've noticed always like it's always moving, but for some reason I noticed it so much more. And then when he outside and the reflections off of that, it's just like, how do you achieve that? I mean, it just seems like a beast, just one. You're going by and just looking at every little piece or something like that.
Yeah,
and just and then hearing everything. Oh man, that Themyscira scene, which is insane. I was glued. I was holding on to the. You know, I had my girlfriend was right next to me. I was just like squeezing her hand, like going, you know, it's just like
yeah. That's good. No. So any one of you who want to go talk about the sort of hanging out with everyone, not watching the movies, but like in between the showings and screenings, and sort of how that you know, seeing someone that you've only seen like this for such a long time, or maybe you have never even seen them like this before, but got to just hang out, have a few drinks. I saw some pictures inside of the Airbnb, but like y'all were just chilling and hanging out and stuff. So how was that?
Well, that was awesome. I mean, I picked up Steven and Joey at first, and that was really cool because obviously we've only talked to each other like that. And, you know, and especially, I even posted today, like with like Steven, like back in 2017, that the week that that other Justice League came out. I mean, our first message was, I messaged him, said, did I feel like a Snyder film? And he said, nope, in capital letters. And then just to finally, after all this time of talking, DMing, and finally see him, and then, and then of course seeing Joey too, that was just like, oh, you're here too? I'm just kidding. No.
You're like, order your Uber? Or
yeah, I mean, are you the driver?
Yeah, where did you think you were staying?
Yeah.
No, it was, but and then seeing Phil when he showed up too, as well as Jason, always been in my chats and always makes those face swaps and everything, and just it was just crazy. And there he is. There's Steve.
Hey. Hi, Dad.
Yeah. But it's also funny too because people by their screen names or their Twitter handles. Like when there's random other people that just walk up and you're like, what's your name? And then they say their name, and then you kind of just go like, okay, well, what's your screen name? And then they'll say the screen name and you go, oh, okay, there you go. That is. Yeah. But it was awesome though. Just awesome. Just even like when I think it was after BBS night, we're all just kind of, we were trying to do, I kept on saying we should stream, and Scott was going, we should do a podcast. And we were just kind of thinking about it. Scott had his setup already. I brought my computer, didn't even turn it on once, didn't even hook it up. It was just kind of fun to I think it was Saturday. We were just kind of just all around the table and all just like hanging out,
Yeah.
It was just that was fun too, just to shoot the shit and just I think we didn't go to bed till almost like 2:00 in the morning.
Something like that.
Saturday. So
that's the thing. When now I've done it before too. Me and Joey, just when we've gone to the ones in Michigan, it's almost like I know I probably need to sleep, but also I want to maximize the time that I get to spend with these people. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, as you're there, and it's like, well, I'll sleep when I get home. All right. So I'm just, you know what I mean? Once I get back home.
I did. Yeah. Last night I slept for like 9 hours. Ooh, wow.
I was up at 5 this morning. I went to bed at midnight, but I was knocked out the entire time.
Wow. But it was awesome. It was awesome doing that. And, awesome seeing Zach too. And, just all those people, and then like I said, just to finally meet Ray in person. I mean, that was just and I loved because I loved seeing, like, when Ray walked up, you were just kind of looking around, and then I know like Wes was looking for you because you had to like guide you in, and then we're like, well, just go that way, go that way.
I had no idea what I was
then Wes came around and I was like, yo, Ray's looking for you, and then like I think you guys found each other after that.
Yeah, we did.
And you know what? And I said this last night. Wes was probably he was a true hero.
MVP star the entire weekend. He organized everything. He like made all that stuff happen, and did it kind of effortlessly. He was covering every base. It was really unbelievable.
Yeah. Absolutely. I never saw that guy sit down. I never saw him like.
No, Wes was astonishing. He really was.
Yeah.
He had a backpack on like the whole time. I'm like, when does he take off that backpack? I mean, I'm like,
that's his life support.
Pretty much, yes. That's what's keeping him going. It's like,
it's to the point where like the West chance became less of a joke and more of like an actual like, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
no, believe me. I mean, I know Wes of old. I mean, I know him from a few projects. That is well deserved. Those chants.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of how he always is. Yes, exactly.
Dude, anytime. And I love that Zach like actually always initiated that when like microphones weren't working or something like that.
Yeah.
On top of it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, everything was full circle.
He was just astonishing. Yeah.
I know. I wish I would have got a selfie with him. I know my mom did, and my girlfriend did, but but I wanted to sing his praises because
he's the deal.
Yeah, he's the real deal, and he's just super nice as well too.
There you go.
Come on. It's been a journey. Yeah. It's been a journey for all of us.
It looked like an incredible weekend. Seriously, just seeing all the stuff and Dave, when you got to talk to Zach, man, when you got to sit back there in the green room, man. I mean, I saw the video you put out and stuff like that. Actually, and I was watching when you were on there. Me and Ben and Garza.
Oh yeah. I love that I made Garza so jealous. I loved it.
He was tore up.
Oh yeah.
It was a good day.
Garza jealous. I've succeeded.
Yeah. But yeah, so how was that, man? Just real quick, the
it was amazing because like before, I mean, we knew our times. We found out that day, and when I saw, I was like, wait a minute, okay, I'm 6'10" to 6'3". I'm like, wait a minute, it starts at 6. Oh shit, I'm first. All right, cool, sweet. And we were in Target at the time, Phil and I and Jason and Ishan. We were in Target when I found that out. I was like, okay, I guess I'm going on first. All right, well, good thing it's cocktail night.
Was that before or after I found my Charmander?
I don't know.
I think it was right as I found Charmander. You found out
that
the
really
time
relevant
you
to
were
the
going.
story? Yeah, no, but yeah. You were so excited when you found that thing. I've never. It was like a kid at Christmas when he looked over and went. Anyway, that's right. These are Chronicles of Target. Anyways,
was that a Funko or what?
No, it was
no. So we were walking around getting stuff.
I'm sorry, Dave.
No, go ahead. No, go. I love it when we tangent. No, I love it.
We were walking around getting stuff for the B&B, and I'd seen. I'm a huge Pokemon fan. I'd seen like a bunch of Squirtle on one shelf, and I was like, "Oh, that's cool. I want Charmander." And we're like getting some stuff, and we turn around another corner, and like immediately I see it, and I see two of them, and I was like,
"Oh my god!"
And Dave's just like,
"Yeah."
Now I don't know a lot about Pokemon. What are your thoughts on Bulbasaur?
I love Bulbasaur.
Cool. I know her. The voice.
Oh,
yeah. Not the actual Bulbasaur.
Gender neutral. It's either or.
Yeah. I don't know Bulbasaur. No, but I know the woman who gives voice to Bulbasaur.
Oh, really? Okay. I thought, oh, wow, I feel dumb now. That's super rad.
Yeah. She's like at cons every weekend. But anyway. Sorry, Dave. Go on.
No. Go ahead. When I saw the bullet bourbon, I did the exact same thing. I'm like, oh.
Yes.
Anyways, no, but
do you have an app on your phone called Drunkard Go where you go out and like throw balls at, oh my God, it's a Pappy Van Winkle. Oh.
Yes. Oh, can't wait to get one. Yeah, gotta catch them all.
Gotta catch them all. Gotta drink them all. Yep. All right, sorry.
That's okay. No, so like we were in line and Wes comes up to us and just kind of explains the whole thing. Of course, he downplayed it. Oh yeah, you go into the green room, and chat up with that. It's pretty, So right after it was about to start, I just walked back in there, and then when I saw like the setup, I went, "Holy shit!" I thought it was going to be a lot smaller than this. I mean, it looked staging cool. Area, lights, obviously the camera and the screens, and it was catered and everything.
Those lights that they had overhead, dope. I just noticed that like watching it yesterday.
Yeah, so. So I was just kind of going like, okay, well, this is pretty damn legit. So of course, like the mic guy comes up, starts miking me up. And then Zach came in and we were, shooting the shit and he's getting mic'd up too. But he had like one of those drinks from, outside. I didn't have one. So I was like, hey, can I get one of those too, please? Because they told me that I couldn't bring one in, So then they went and got me one. And then, just to sit there and just talk Man of Steel with the man himself. It was just, I mean, I could barely remember stuff we said,
Yeah,
So, but it was just amazing. And then just talking to him afterwards, like, of course I posted that yesterday and I love the response I got to that because how casual it can be. And that's what's so great about Zach is like, even though it's like, he could be so intimidating because he's just the art that he puts out there. He's just like any normal dude. Like anytime I get like nervous talking to him, even when he comes on the Vodka stream, but then as soon as he shows up, I'm just like, oh, it's just relaxed. He's just that dude.
Yeah.
So it was it was amazing.
Now imagine being directed by him. You know what I mean?
I can't even.
That's how it feels. You're completely at ease. You're completely relaxed. And it's the same. It's very much the same vibe where it's just like, okay, you know what? Try this a little bit differently. Okay, cool. Let's do that. All right. And you just kind of move on. You're very much at ease throughout the whole thing. So that's really who he is. It's a great thing.
I know, and I absolutely love it. Yeah.
Like Ben Affleck said, he makes a really great atmosphere for people to work in.
Yes, he does.
So.
Yes, he does.
And I think it was just cool that it was that night because even backstage in between after we had our time and Steven was about to go up. I didn't even see Man of Steel in the movie theater. And everybody was raving about. We could hear the sound from back there, like rumbles, just.
Oh man.
Like rumbles, and I was like, oh man, I can't wait to hear that sound. But I was like, I'm not gonna leave. I'm not going to leave.
There he is.
Scott's
There
back.
he is.
That's a really flattering shot.
Are you going to the bathroom? Okay, now you're good.
Callum is actually.
Oh.
Yeah. I was almost right, I guess.
Baby's going boom boom.
Yeah. Nice shirt, by the way, Scott. Yes.
Yeah.
The metalhead shirt. Yes. Love that. No, I was just talking about the whole backstage and talking with Zach and everything and just how awesome it was. Yeah.
So super cool.
Yeah.
So super cool.
Yeah, just amazing. But of course, Scott got it the next night. I still have to watch it. They just finally posted it today, so
Yeah.
I know. I've been what's taking so long?
Yeah, I bet because the other ones released almost. I know the first one really it was out. I think like that night. It seems like, and then
No, it was definitely the next morning. I remember it was the next morning. Justice League was out that night because it was only a fraction of the length because it was just the Q&As.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, think about not only making the event happen in 3 different venues in as many days, all of that stuff, the management of it, the sorting out, the auctions, everything else, the showing of it, the Q&As and all of that. Plus there's a multimedia aspect where you're going out online live, and then aftermath to have to like collate all of that and get it out online for people to watch. I mean, it might take a little bit,
Yeah.
I know.
People need to sleep.
Wes.
That's what we're talking about. That guy was a madman. That guy was a madman. I hope he got some sleep. Look at that. There it is. So good.
I have so many of these in my studio. It's ridiculous. I was looking around my living room and realizing that it's like filled with dark side stuff. And so I look like the most specific geek in the world.
You have every right to be.
Yeah, but
yeah. Hi, here's my resume.
Yeah. Right here. Yeah. No,
Exactly.
but I know you were talking about and I couldn't wait too. I remember when your first appearance, or not it was funny because your first appearance is actually you, and I love that everybody cheered with that, which was great.
Yeah.
That blew me away.
Yeah, that was just and I knew that was coming. But when the first appearance of Darkseid, I was just I remember adjusting myself because I'm like, here we go, it's coming, and then
man, I wasn't prepared for it,
I'm sure nothing prepared.
And then I'm sitting there in the aftermath, watching the rest of the scene and thinking, people just cheered for something I did in a movie theater, and I started to get a little emotional, just personally. There was a lot of emotional moments for me, right when it started, obviously, and hearing people responding to so many different wonderful things in the film. But that personally was just I can't believe this is happening. And
I loved when you and Ray walked in and Terrio. Down. I mean, that was cool. I got some good picture, and I just posted. I'm like, the Rays.
I saw that. Yes.
Yeah. And it was just awesome.
And that was by design. I was rocking the old school shirt.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Wheel Ray does have a cameo
yes, he does indeed.
Yes, look for me.
He's the blacksmith when the human mother box is being
the mother box
cased.
of men is being
packaged
up. It's essentially medieval FedEx.
There you go. That's what it's called
perfect
from now on. Medieval FedEx, man. That's what it's
Yeah, I'm ruining everything. Medieval FedEx when Darkseid comes out of the shower.
You're making it real. You're making
making it real.
You're grounding it. That's what
I decided today that after the boom tube closes and I say, ready the Armada, we will use the old ways. I'm walking back up that long aisle to check the ribs that I've got in the smoker.
Good. Yeah. Not quite ready yet.
Just pedestrianize it all.
Well, you would think they wouldn't take that long to cook on Apocalypse.
That shot in IMAX. No, it wouldn't. It literally would be flash fried.
You just gotta open up your window and just
exactly. It's okay, here you go. Literally an air fryer. But that shot, which really hit me this time, with the as Leslie Jones said, room filled with evil motherfuckers, as we're walking back. Just how vast it was, and all the parademons moving into position and doing all that. I was like, wow, what a shot.
So beautiful.
Yeah. And that was the one I brought up yesterday when because speaking of things that you can notice, when it's in the IMAX. One, Darkseid walking super slow because he's taking his sweet time. He's not in a rush. But two, each parademons, each row of parademons, as Darkseid is walking by one, they turn to bow.
Yeah, they damn well better.
It's all
Yeah.
I mean, I provide a damn good dental plan. They better.
Are you sure? Have you seen those teeth? I'm just saying.
Well, you know, I mean, it's a bunch of those dudes grateful for a 401k is all I'm saying. All right. What do you suppose Apocalypse HR would be? Nana, hello.
Hey, Nana.
I mentioned Apocalypse HR.
Granny Goodness is at the top.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. We've gotten a few reports about.
She said she walked into the right moment.
Yes, you arrived perfectly. Yes.
Perfect. Awesome job
about HR and Apocalypse.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you to Nana and thank you to Nerd Queen for also
good job, man.
helping all that too. Like
I
know Meg was helping with the questions,
Mm-hmm.
Vero and everything. So good on her, and then good on them for communicating with Wes because they helped, get us back there.
Yeah.
That was part of them that got us to do commentary, with Zach. So
all that stuff behind the scenes, incredible.
Takes a lot.
And again, that was something taking away from the Sunday for me was getting to see live and meet so many people who are really the architects of this bizarre journey that I've been on for the last couple of years. And y'all have been so kind and welcoming and supportive and everything, and it just that really hit me. This weekend it was huge. Yeah. So I'm very still grateful.
Yeah.
Well, look, I'm grateful for every last one of y'all for coming on here to talk about this. Like I said, I wish I was there. But
wish you were there too, man.
Yeah.
Wish you were there too. But I'll see you in Gatlinburg.
Yes, you will. You will in a couple months. I told you. My wife is already. She knows we're going.
and again, I just got to shout out real quick. Anybody in the Philadelphia area, I'll be at the Contropolis, PA, this weekend. So come see me.
Make it out there. Yeah.
Nice.
Anything
else? Y'all got anything? Any? Give me some secrets, man. What happened? Y'all what happened in Pasadena States, man?
Well, we were all really high.
Yeah, pretty much high on Apocalypse.
Yeah, I mean they had really cool JL monogram nitrous balloons for everyone.
Yes.
So
we all just took up.
Yeah, we were just all Yeah,
I don't think there was an IMAX. We just were all high and we thought we were watching.
No, it was a slideshow. Great slideshow in a gym. Yeah. We were just so high it felt like IMAX.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh no! I mean, it was like I said, it was very surreal sometimes. Especially when you have people that know your work. I mean, we all got approached, taking pictures with people and everything, and it was really awesome. When people just say like, "Oh yeah, I've been watching you for a while,"
meeting some of your fans.
I know, see, and I don't get that. I don't get that at all.
Yeah.
And so just to have that, and it was just surreal. And I love the fact that my mom was there. She was
lovely too.
Yeah, she loved it because she wanted to take a picture of anybody who wanted to take a picture. She's like, I'll take the picture.
That's so great.
Yeah.
I was
taking picures. She loves taking
yeah.
Yeah.
I was not expecting anybody to come up to me saying they knew me, which it didn't really happen. But I did get the one on the way out from BVS who just goes, I recognize your face from somewhere. And I go,
you went, I'm Ray Porter.
Yeah. Oh man, I should have missed opportunity. But I was like, he was like, I was telling him about it. Yep, they were.
I had the breakfast burrito, and it was one of the best breakfast burritos I've ever had.
Crazy,
by the way,
breakfast burritos are a miracle.
Yes.
Yeah, almost so.
No, you should have had the English muffins that Stephen and I had on Sunday. Those things were like,
I'm planning on going back.
Yeah, it says, were they amazing because they were so good or because you were high?
Yeah, because they were high.
Both.
Yeah, they were actually behind McDonald's dumpster diving, and they thought it was a great breakfast.
Yeah, we didn't even eat them. We just held them. There was like, wow, this is so good.
Oh, and no lie, if you ever go to Jones's, pick up their spiced coffee cake donuts. Those things were insane.
Yeah, I went to Jones on Monday, and man, oh man, yeah, crazy.
I got to thank you, Ray, for taking time out of your day, and that was awesome. Just spending time with you, man. It was a really cool time.
It is my absolute privilege to
You're a good guy, and it was just really cool talking for a bit.
I appreciate that. Thank you. It was fun. And they do bang out some damn good pastries there.
Yep.
Yes, they do.
Scott, we'll have our time, bro. We'll raise it.
Yeah, we will.
When they said they were meeting with you, I was like, I'm going home. I was like,
I mean, it's kind of fair. You got to have a Q&A with Zack Snyder on like Man of Steel.
No, Phil, I'm a greedy SOB. I
want to talk to everybody.
Yeah.
You have a dark side in your basement, Scott.
That's true.
That is true.
Hey, go have a pint with him, man.
It's that big.
It's almost life size. Yeah,
it really is. I have to bounce because I got audiobooks that need doing.
Yeah.
All right.
Back to work, man.
Yeah, back to work. This just what a gift. What a gift. I can't say thank you enough. Apply that to almost anything you want.
Yeah.
You guys rock. So
you rock, Ray. Yeah.
It's my privilege to be here, and thank you guys.
I'll see you in a few months.
Yes, my friend. I will see you soon.
All right, good. Ray. I appreciate it once again, and take it easy. Have a good evening.
Be well, guys.
You're right.
See you later.
Bye, Ray.
Yep.
I should. All right, now that he's out of here, I'm just.
What if we should wait?
Careful,
like,
someone might clip that and call you an auntie.
No, that was great. That was great. Actually meeting him in person,
That was awesome.
Yeah. It's cool. I like the story. Everybody's telling that met him when he first got there, that he didn't know where to go.
Well, yeah, it was funny because he walked up and he was visually looking around, and then we were all like, "Oh my God, Ray!" And then all of a sudden he was just like,
we didn't have a second to process it. It was literally like I turned around. And he's
that's the picture y'all took where Joey's in the background, like
I know.
I was because I was the one who flagged him. Like he saw me first because I was like, "Hey, Ray!" And then I grabbed him, and then Steven and Dave like ran in,
and then my mom quickly just was like,
went snap.
Yeah,
and I was literally just standing. I didn't even like run around to photobomb or anything. I just stood there. I was like, "Hey."
Yeah,
I love it. Just enough to have your face like right where it was. Yeah.
Funny,
beautiful
cocktail
picture.
On the cocktail night. Me and Dave were just sitting outside the cocktails, and I'm just chilling. And I hear Dave go, "Oh, hey, Zach." Zach Snyder walked right behind me and went and got a cocktail. I turned around. I was like, "What?"
Yo, how many did Zach drink, man? Because I saw the pictures. His cup was getting full and lower. And full.
I thought he had 2. I didn't. He had 4.
I think he had one of each outside, and then he had another one when we did the commentary. And then he had a beer too, because there was beer backstage. He also had a beer. So that's why I was like glad that I got that night, because it felt very, very loose, and kind of cool. So that's why if you see our video like one-on-one, we're about 4 to 5 drinks in. So that's why. Yeah.
Also, I got to tell this story on a stream, Dave. I'm sorry, it'll be the last time.
Oh yes, you do.
So when we met Christina Wren, I had seen her and like I wanted to join the group and just like I wasn't gonna make a big deal out of it. So I walk over and she immediately turns to me and like introduced, and I'm like, oh, I wasn't expecting her to like look at me at all. But I was just like, hey, I'm Joey, how's it going? And then I look at Dave and he just goes, it's Christina Wren. He says it right in front of her. He goes, it's Christina Wren. And I go, I know, Dave. Thank you.
No, I was like, yeah. Again, I'm sorry.
No.
Yeah,
it was great. No, it was funny.
It's a funny story now, and I wasn't, I wasn't embarrassed. I got over it quickly. It was, and she was cool. Like she was so.
Oh, she was amazing.
She was awesome.
Super nice.
Like Sean and I both had the conversation of like, I really wanted to get a picture with her, but we were just having a conversation. I didn't want to
you don't want to do that.
Make it not, not organic or whatever. I was like, I'm cool with just talking to her and just getting to chat with her even for like 5ve minutes.
Yeah, Steven took our picture and then left one of us out. So that was
to Joey's point, when we were doing the signing after BVS for our stuff, we're going down the line. I didn't get a picture with Damon Carl or Patrick Totopoulos, and I'm kicking myself in the ass for it because I would have loved to have gotten a picture with both of them, especially Patrick Totopoulos. Patrick Totopoulos is like one of the nicest fucking people ever.
Cool.
God, he was amazing.
He was super nice.
I love listening to him talk too, especially on like the special features when the design of the Batmobile special feature on the Blu-ray or whatever.
Yes,
that's the first time. Yeah.
I told him specifically, I was like, Mr. Totopoulos, it is an honor to meet you. One of my favorite behind the scenes things ever is you going over the Batmobile. And he was like, oh, thank you. I was like, I built a computer. I'm trying to like get in the hat. Like, I want to build my own cars on a computer to maybe make them reality one day. And he was like, do it. Make a Batmobile. Yeah. Make it better than mine. I was like, oh, there's no way that's going to happen. But
he's also in the Q&A. He also, when he got asked a question, he was almost like, y'all want to hear what the fuck I got to say? Like then he answered. Somebody was asking about the difference between doing creatures or something like that.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
And then he also, I love him and Damon because Pat he kept forgetting to hold the microphone up. He would just start talking, and Damon would be like, use the mic. He's like, oh, I don't know.
The one picture along with Christina, and the one picture I didn't get a picture with Debbie. Because it was very busy and Saturday. I mean, she was back. I eventually saw her back in the green room because once I was done with Rebecca coming on right after me, I was like, "Oh heck, I'm sitting here watching Rebecca. I want to see how that goes down." Yeah. So I didn't get a picture of Debbie. I got and by the time we were going through we ended up in the back of the line on Saturday. And I had enough people who had asked me to get a poster signed for them that I already felt like a complete ass for, please sign 8 posters, at one time.
Okay. Yeah. Had it not been you, I think they probably would have been like, maybe.
I don't know. They did the same for me, and who the hell am I? So,
but it was really sweet because Debbie did, because I brought a poster for Heather to get signed. And when they found, and then when I told Deborah that this week was her birthday, the best thing about it was that Debbie took the time to write a really sweet note on Heather's poster. Yeah. And so that was great. But like I said, there's the one thing I didn't get was I did not get a picture with Debbie.
Yeah.
But I did get a picture with Wes, which is amazing because I felt like that man needed to, he was amazing. I need to take a time to talk about how amazing Wes Caller is and how MVP. That man just did amazing things. And I feel like he doesn't get enough. I mean, his name is in every single one of his movies.
Yeah.
Because he's 1/3 of Stone Quarry.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah. And I think more respect needs to be put on his name, especially after watching him bust it all weekend.
Yeah. I know you guys are a little more intricate with Wes, but when I had the time, I was like, hey, thank you for all your work on all 3 of these movies. You are an absolute force to be reckoned with. And I just thanked him for all his hard work because that dude absolutely deserves it. He made this weekend possible in more ways than one. And he just West. Scott,
if it does make you feel any better, I did get a picture with Debbie. So
Joey. Yeah.
So did I, Scott.
Yeah. So we're good. It's all good.
Yeah. As long as some of us did. I mean, that's all I know.
All right, Scott. Look, hey, I appreciate y'all coming on. Yesterday when I had the thought and I had messaged Joey, I think to ask when he was getting home, I was like, I wanted you to come on and talk about your experience. And then I started thinking, I was like, I want everybody to come on and talk about their experience, and just because you guys had a weekend, man. Like this is the one in 20 years you can be like, yo, you remember that weekend? Yes.
Yep. Yeah. There was no sleeping. I don't think I slept all weekend. It was
before when you were gone, Scott, we were just saying when you do stuff like that, you sleep when you get home. Like when you're there with the people, you try to cherish all the time you have there. So that's dope, man. And guys, I really appreciate y'all coming on here to talk. Shouts out to Ray. He just left for coming on too. I messaged him and I was just like, I know you were, you weren't there the whole weekend, but you'd like to come on. I'm gonna try to have a couple of the guys on to talk about it. And he didn't get back to me for a while. Then today, I think it was like noon my time. He messaged back and said, "Oh yeah, that's 2:30 my time, right?"
Nice.
And then obviously he forgot, and then he joined from his car, y'all.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah,
that was really rad.
errands. We got to see him be a smart ass to somebody about some rent checks or something.
Yeah, we got to watch him pay his rent. It was kind of fun.
Yeah.
Darkseid pays rent.
Yeah, he does. He does.
We're not gonna pay.
I was not at all expecting Ray Porter to be here when I got here. I was like, "Oh, hi, Ray."
No.
Yeah, because he literally hit me back. It wasn't too long before. I was at work too, and I was like, "Oh shit, I want to reply, but I got a whole bunch of stuff to do."
Mm-hmm.
But and again, I appreciate y'all coming on here, man. It's great to hear these stories. Hopefully, next time your boy can be there.
I would say, dude, real quick, like, you know, appreciate you having us on, and like, can't say it enough. We did miss you this weekend. We miss you,
Yes.
Meg.
That laugh, man. We needed that laugh.
Yeah. We need you to hype us up.
You'll hear it at some point in time.
Yeah.
But and Anthony, I've been told that you were the one who was streaming during the BVS watch party. So I'm gonna need to go back and like watch your stream, because I'm like, okay, what crap were you saying while I was on screen? I don't know, but I'm gonna find out.
You gotta watch. If you haven't watched it,
I don't think, because the way they had it scheduled, I wasn't doing it while you were. It was
you were doing it while I was live.
No. It was the Q&A, and I was trying to wait till that finish to start, but then as soon as he mic dropped, I was like, I'm starting right now.
Yeah.
I went live like 10 minutes before, just because I was like, yo, this is insane.
And if nobody has watched the clip from Amateur Hour the other night, when Ben showed up, Anthony's reaction is probably my favorite. I've been watching that all day.
Yeah, I did not, and it was so wild, because when I was on Allie's stream on Friday, she asked me who would I be most surprised by. I said, shit, if Ben comes, I'll be fine. Either him or Henry, but Henry's done something like that before, where he was on with Zach during the announcement and stuff. And for Ben, I was just like, my mind was fucking blown. I didn't had no idea he was going to be there. And then when as Ray's like giving this description, I was like, wait a minute, that's I thought everybody was already here. So, but Scott, where can they find you?
Well, they can find me on Twitter at ScottDC27. You can find my podcast, DC Squadcast, where the podcast can be found. We're on Vero, Facebook, YouTube, with the entire network of shows at squadcastmedia.com. We are a fan-supported network, so head on over to patreon.com/squadcastmedia, where I will be recording tonight a special patrons-only episode detailing my experience at Full Circle. Nice. So head on over there.
Nice. I appreciate you. Dave, where can they find you?
You can find me, Film Junkie. We'll probably do a continuation on Friday for the Vodka stream, talking about this whole thing warm. Hopefully we'll get some more people on there. Get these guys back if you guys want to, of course. And you can find me, Film Junkie 2. He's at the end. I'll be doing a Patreon thing tonight too, as well. So if you want to subscribe to that, do that. And that's about it.
Appreciate you, man. Phil, where can they find you?
Well, y'all can find me at the hospital, dying from lung cancer.
Dave was quicker than I was on that one.
One of them. I knew one of them. Bazinga. No, if y'all want to follow me, Twitter, Vero, Instagram at Unfiltered. You can follow my show, The Eternal Night, on Twitter, Vero. No, not Vero. Instagram, Twitter, and Instagram. And I'm sure I'll probably do my Full Circle recap somewhere in the next week or so with an episode there. Also on the Four Nerds every Thursday, more often than not, with Anthony and our other nerdy friends. And Andre, he was there one day.
Yeah, he was. He'll be live later on this evening. He said
he almost didn't make it.
He almost
did not make it, but he came. He conquered.
He got there.
We appreciate that. Drogo, we love you too, man. We love you too. He says later, ACS, appreciate it. And finally, Joey, man, where can they find you?
Find me on Twitter and Instagram, Joey Marino. Our Twitter is JoeBear94. I guess it's right there. And then Vero, Joey Marino. Fridays, I'm, every now and then I'm on Anthony's show. Sundays, hopefully, World's Finest will be coming back soon.
Yeah.
I actually did have a few people ask me about that. They were
really
wondering where we've been. I'm like, I
was one of them.
I'm like, yeah. I'm like, we'll be back.
We shall return.
We'll make our triumphant return.
Yeah. All right. Once again, this was a pleasure, man. And seeing you guys have fun this weekend was, it was outstanding. I don't think I've ever streamed that much on a weekend in my entire life. But like my ass was pretty hurting from sitting down so long in this chair. But it was, man. It was. But it was fun. It was all for a good cause. Yep. And I'm glad that you guys had an incredible time over there. And again, I appreciate every one of you showing up here to talk about your experience and to talk about Full Circle and the fun you had, man. See y'all next time. Well, I'll be back tomorrow. ACS Universe Daily will be back tomorrow, 5:30 p.m. Eastern time. See y'all later.